My dear friends, life is a journey of the mind, not just of the body. It is not shaped solely by the circumstances we encounter, but by how we respond to them. You may face suffering, loss, fear, and confusion, but remember this: just as the lotus grows from the mud, so too can beauty arise from your struggles. Do not run from pain, for pain is not your enemy, it is your teacher. From suffering comes understanding, and from understanding comes peace. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. If you cultivate anger, hatred, and greed, your life will reflect that turmoil. But if you nourish compassion, patience, and mindfulness, you will find clarity even in chaos. Many seek happiness outside themselves, in possessions, recognition, relationships. But these are fleeting. True happiness lies within. It is found in the stillness of a calm mind, in the freedom of letting go, and in the simplicity of the present moment. You do not need to control the future or rewrite the past. Be here, now. Each breath is a reminder that you are alive, and with that breath, you have the power to change your path. The path to awakening is not walked in giant leaps, but in small, steady steps. Walk mindfully, speak truthfully, act with kindness. When you fall, rise gently, and do not judge yourself for stumbling. Even the most enlightened began with doubt and fear. What matters is your effort. With effort, all things are possible. Do not compare your journey to another's. The moon does not compete with the sun, yet both shine in their time. Trust in your potential. You carry within you an infinite source of wisdom and light. When your thoughts race and your heart feels heavy, return to your breath. It will guide you home. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal. You are the one who gets burned. Let go. Surrender not in weakness, but in wisdom. Life is impermanent. Everything rises and falls. This truth need not cause fear. It can bring liberation. Knowing that all things pass, we learn to cherish each moment and release what no longer serves us. Let your life be a message of peace. Even in a world of noise, you can choose silence. Even when surrounded by hate, you can choose love. Even in darkness, you can be a light. The world needs not more power, but more presence. Not more wealth, but more wisdom. Not more speed, but more stillness. Be that example. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to be sincere. You don't need to walk the whole path today. Just take one step. The journey to enlightenment is not a destination, but a way of being. So rise, my friends. With awareness in your heart and compassion in your hands, walk forward. Every moment is a chance to begin again. Be awake, be free, be kind. And so, I say again, do not underestimate the power of a single moment, a single thought, a single act of kindness. Great transformation begins with small awareness. Just as a mighty tree grows from a tiny seed, so too does your awakening begin with the seed of intention. Nurture that intention daily, through mindfulness, through right effort, and through compassion, not only for others, but for yourself. You are not your past mistakes. You are not the voice of fear in your mind. You are the awareness behind the voice, the silence that watches it. Let that silence grow. When you feel lost, return to that inner stillness. It is your true home. The world may change, people may come and go, fortunes may rise and fall, but the peace you find within, that is eternal. Do not depend on others to validate your worth. You are already whole. You are already enough. The Buddha nature within you is not something you must earn. It is something you must remember. Look deeply at all things. Look at the sunrise, the rain, the laughter of a child, the aging of your own hands, and see the truth. All things are interconnected. What you do to others, you do to yourself. This is why compassion is not weakness, but the highest strength. The one who can love in the face of hate, who can remain still in the face of chaos, who can smile even in sorrow. This person is truly free. Do not fear the silence or solitude. Within it lies wisdom that cannot be found in noise. Take time each day to be with yourself, to listen to the breath, to watch the mind, to detach from the ever-spinning wheel of desire. The more you let go, the more you gain. The less you cling, the lighter you feel. The goal is not to escape the world, but to live in it without being bound by it. Remember, my friends, that the path is not only about personal peace, it is also about compassion in action. Do not seek enlightenment only for yourself. When you rise, lift others. When you see suffering, respond with presence. When you have wisdom, share it not with pride, but with humility. Each person you meet is fighting their own inner battle. Be gentle. A kind word, a patient ear, a helping hand. These are acts of great power. Let your presence heal, not harm. Let your life become a mirror of the Dharma, a life of clarity, of loving kindness, of fearless awareness. You are not here by accident. This moment, this breath, this life, it is a gift. Use it well. Do not wait for tomorrow to awaken. Begin now. Sit in stillness. Walk in peace. Speak with purpose. And above all, love without conditions. This is the way. This is the middle path. This is freedom. And when you forget, simply return, again and again, to the breath, to awareness, to the present. In this presence, you will find the Buddha within. So, dear seeker, let your days be guided not by restlessness, but by mindful intention. From the moment you wake, ask yourself, not what the world owes you, but what light you can bring to it. Even the simplest task, when done with awareness, becomes sacred. Whether you are sweeping a floor, tending a child, or speaking to a stranger, do it with full presence. The path of awakening does not lie only in temples or mountains, but in the heart of everyday life. Each moment offers the opportunity to practice. Patience when tested, humility when praised, honesty when tempted. Let your actions arise not from ego, but from wisdom. Let your speech be gentle and truthful, and let your thoughts be clear, like still water reflecting the moon. When you stumble, as all do not lose heart. The one who sees their own faults with compassion has already begun to transform. Do not judge the speed of your progress, but rejoice in your sincerity, for even one step taken in truth is worth more than 1,000 taken in illusion. Let go of the need to control everything. Life is a river, ever flowing, and your resistance only causes suffering. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means flowing with the current of what is, rather than being caught in the illusion of what should be. Everything changes, people, feelings, even your understanding. This is the nature of existence. To cling is to suffer. To accept is to be free. Practice equanimity, the calm center of the storm. When joy comes, welcome it. When sorrow arrives, welcome it too. Both are visitors, neither stays. Learn to observe without grasping or pushing away. This is the heart of wisdom, to love deeply but hold lightly, to give your all but release your attachment to the outcome. You are not here to control life, but to awaken within it. Be aware, too, of the power of your mind. Thoughts shape reality. If you sow seeds of doubt and anger, they will grow. But if you plant kindness, understanding, and faith, you will live in a garden of peace. Guard your mind as you would a precious jewel. Surround it with good company, noble aspirations, and quiet reflection. And when negativity arises, do not fight it with more negativity. Simply watch it, understand it, and let it go. The mind, like a lake, becomes clear when it is undisturbed. From that clarity, compassion flows effortlessly, not as a duty, but as your natural state. In this way, your presence becomes a blessing to others, not because you preach, but because you live with grace. So rise each day with gratitude, Walk gently, speak kindly, and never forget, you are both the traveler and the path, the question and the answer, the seeker and the Buddha. Every moment is a step toward awakening, if you are willing to see. Begin again and again, until there is no separation, only peace. As you continue on this path, remember that awakening is not about escaping the world. It is about seeing it clearly, without distortion, without illusion. You do not need to flee from life's noise to find peace. You need only to be fully present with what is, wherever you are. When your eyes open with awareness, even the ordinary becomes extraordinary. A falling leaf, a child's laughter, the sound of your own breath, all become gateways to stillness, to understanding. Do not wait for some perfect moment to begin living wisely. The perfect moment is now. There is no future where everything suddenly becomes easy and clear. There is only this moment where you can choose peace over reaction, love over fear, presence over distraction. Each time you return to awareness, you are returning home. Do not be discouraged by how many times you forget. What matters is that you remember. The journey of the awakened life is not walked in straight lines, but in spirals. You may revisit the same lessons again and again, but each time with greater understanding, greater humility, and deeper compassion. Understand also that suffering is not punishment. It is a call to look more deeply, to examine your attachments, your expectations, your false identities. We suffer because we cling to people, to outcomes, to the illusion of control. But life is a flowing river. You cannot hold the water in your hands. You can only move with it. When you release your grip, the suffering eases. You begin to experience freedom not as something you gain, but as something you uncover. A freedom that was always within you. In that freedom, you are not bound by praise or blame, gain or loss, pleasure or pain. You remain centered, like the mountain unmoved by the wind. This is not indifference, it is deep balance. From this balance, true compassion arises, not pity, not fear, but the sincere desire to understand and serve others without expectation. You begin to love without needing anything in return. You give because giving is your joy, your nature. Let your life be your teaching. You need not speak lofty words to inspire others. Your calm in the face of anger, your smile in the face of hardship, your gentleness in the face of cruelty. These are the true expressions of wisdom. When others see your peace, they may begin to seek their own. You become a lamp, not by force, but by simply shining. And even when no one is watching, still be kind. The universe sees. Your heart sees. And that is enough. Keep going, even when the way is hard, especially then. Every challenge is a mirror, every hardship a chance to grow. Do not turn away. Face it with courage, with love, and with the quiet knowing that you are never alone. All beings walk this path in some form. Support them in silence, bless them in your thoughts, and above all, keep walking, with awareness, with patience, with unwavering compassion. And as you walk, remember this simple truth. You are not here to become someone else. You are here to remember who you truly are beneath the layers of fear, doubt, and conditioning. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are merely clouded by the dust of the world, and with each moment of awareness, you begin to wipe that dust away. You do not need to be more. You need only to be present. Enlightenment is not some distant peak to climb. It is the quiet recognition that you are already standing in the light. But to see that light, you must slow down. Breathe, feel, listen. Let go of rushing toward the next task, the next goal, the next version of yourself. Pause long enough to hear the whisper of stillness that lives within you. It speaks not in words, but in peace. And when you learn to trust that stillness, your life becomes less about control and more about harmony. You no longer react blindly, you respond wisely. You no longer carry every burden. You release what was never yours to hold. In this space of surrender, you find a freedom that cannot be taken, because it is not given by the world, it rises from within. Let your days be guided by simplicity. Do not underestimate the power of doing one thing at a time, of being fully present with whatever is before you. When you eat, just eat. When you walk, just walk. When you speak, speak from the heart. The mind will want to wander, to relive the past or worry about the future, but gently bring it back. Again and again, bring it back. This is the training. This is the way. And each time you return, you strengthen the roots of your awareness. Over time, the noise softens and the silence becomes your friend. In that silence, you remember what truly matters. Not how much you have, but how deeply you love. Not how high you rise, but how grounded you remain. Do not measure your life by what you achieve, but by how awake you are while living it. The smallest act, done with love, echoes further than the grandest deed performed in ego. Let compassion be the thread that weaves through all your days. Be gentle with those who are suffering, and remember, everyone is carrying something you cannot see. Your smile, your patience, your presence, these are gifts that may heal more than you know. And just as you offer kindness to others, offer it to yourself. Forgive your past. Hold yourself tenderly in moments of pain. You are learning, growing, awakening, and that is enough. There is no need to rush. Walk slowly. Walk softly. Trust the unfolding of your journey. And when the path seems dark, remember, even in the deepest night, the light of the moon still shines. That light lives in you. Let it guide you forward, not with force, but with grace, step by mindful step, into the heart of peace.